Hello, everybody. How's it going? I just thought I'd start off with a nice view of the background again today. We will, of course, get to the charts in just a moment, but we'll do this as it is going to be my last live stream from Dubai today. So this is the last time I'm here, so I thought I'd give you a nice little view of the city behind um, just to start things off. And yeah, then we'll get into it. Sorry if I'm a little bit flickery. I've got like lights in my face because it's so bright behind me because it's super, 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 super duper sunny, which it doesn't really look like it, but it is. It is very sunny and it's very nice. So yeah, how is everyone doing today? I'll go over the charts in just a second. But just a little quick hello because I know it's been a few days since I last did an update or a video or a stream or anything like that. Obviously, we've still been doing the trading rooms with the crew and have been trading this quite nicely. It's been fairly simple trading the last few days, but yeah. Yeah, it's my last one. So cheers. I'm gonna have a beer, and yeah, we'll get into the chart. So what I can actually do, look, this is quite clever. Look how clever this is. So I will just quickly, and then we'll go into the chart stuff. I will go remove background. Whoa, look at that! And now there's suddenly a chart behind me, and then I'll just make myself smaller because no one wants to see my big old face. There. There we go, much better. Okay, all right, now let's get into some of the price action. Um, so basically, I'm long. I'm in a long from, I wasn't able to catch this. This was off of a little hidden session. Depending on the settings you have it could have been a daily MPOC, basically from the day that we had where it was a bit of carnage down at the lows here, but there was a session MPOC down there. That is the low that we have come into when we got that move down yesterday. And now we had a really nice reaction off of that. So it actually front ran my orders there. So I basically had orders between, well, within this zone here, okay? So you have the little hidden NPOC, you have your 2021 low, and then you had the golden pocket just below where price was. So unfortunately, I got front run on that. I was initially looking for a daily level that was here at $29,050, but when that didn't really hold up, it was quite likely that we were going to see a move down for the rest of the session. This was just before New York, wasn't it, yesterday? So it had a little bit of a pre-New York Open dump, and then obviously stocks, equities opened quite strong, and then you had quite a nice bounce off of that. So I was able to get back into a long position. Like, this is super, super, super simple. Okay, because look at the low that we took out. Okay, this was taking out all of this liquidity, all of it. Okay, 3 consecutive lows in a row from back like last week, and even maybe the week before or the weekend or whatever it was that this low here was put in. So we did take out all of those lows, had a nice SFP. What happens then? You come back into your reference level, golden pocket as confluence there, and nice little round number like 28,600, just very, very easy to get back into a position at that point. So I am long from 28,600. I have taken profit at the daily open, but I'm still holding that, and I am looking for this 29,350 level to be hit, which is the big range POC. If we can claim that, then I do think it's likely we see a rotation back up to the weekly open. It's a Friday. It's obviously not going to happen today, but maybe over the week. Maybe not over the weekend, but maybe over the weekend we could see a move back up to this kind of region up towards the highs. Now, there's one thing that concerns me because stocks are up and they are coming into a gap fill region. So we could see a pullback. But for now, I don't see a reason to close the long or to take a short just yet. I guess if we were to lose daily open and we could take some shorts from around here, if we're looking at this as just being a little bit of a, let's get some long positions trapped, let's just run it above daily open briefly, come back below, and then at this point, if we do kind of move back down, I would potentially look for short positions to hold over the rest of the day. But I don't really see anything to to really give me that thought just yet that that's what we're going to do. Like, we have had an SFP of the lows. We are back within the range. So we do have this big old range. We're back within value area. And for me, it increases the probability that we are going to see that move up towards these highs once again, if it can get back above the POC. So the POC is going to be an important one. We can see if we can get a bit more of a move up. And yes, as Ollie is always on top of the charts. Ollie has mentioned that we do have the local golden pocket within that region also. So we're here. We're at resistance. It's looking kind of significant. We will wait to see how the SPX opens and everything. Getting a little bit of a pullback at the moment, but that's nothing to be too concerned about. Fairly standard stuff. And yeah, we can see how it goes from there. So let me have a look at the chat. Let me have a look at what people are saying. That's like my my quick update. So what I could do now, again, what should I do? Do you guys want to see the background again? And I'll keep talking. I'll put the background back on. And I'll make myself all big. Back again. I'm back. Because we don't need to look at the charts. We're pulling back slightly. But what's going on in the chat? Who do we have in here? ASD, King, Hershey, J, Joshua, Crypto Joe, Ollie, Delirium, Keshap, AM, Pedro, and everyone else is Crypto Mojo, and everyone else is commenting more than once. So, yeah, Ollie's already said golden pocket retraces to 29,302. Delirium had some orders around that 2021 low. Yeah, that's basically what I was looking at. But I mean, you don't need to catch every trade, so it was quite nice that we were able to just get a trade this morning, which was really quite kind of straightforward. Grosvenor House, yes, Grosvenor House Hotel, just here. Very, very nice restaurant. This is where. So, did anyone see? There's a restaurant called Toro Toro, and the Grosvenor House Hotel, which is very, very, very nice. I did go there a couple of weeks ago now. It seems like such a long time ago. But yeah, I did. It's down the bottom. It's down like here. So there is the Grosvenor Hotel, Grosvenor House Hotel, Grosvenor Hotel, whatever it's called. And there's a really nice restaurant called Toro Toro. That was very good. And yes, the Buddha Bar is there as well. Buddha Bar is there. I've also been there. And behind you do see... Oh, I'm in the way. Can you see the big old eye? Is it going to adjust? There's the big... There. The largest big wheel in the world, which doesn't actually work. So I guess the London Eye is still the largest big wheel in the world that actually works. Because apparently that one is sinking. What else do we have behind us? We've got... I could move it this way. You've got the marina behind us. You've got the beach there. And yeah, some nice stuff. It's very nice out there today. It's actually... Oh no, it's just because the sun's gone behind the building. It looked like it was getting a little bit cloudy, but it's not. It's just the sun's gone behind the building now. So, yeah. Kesha, bots have disappeared this way from these days from the chat. Yeah, we used to have someone that would that kept on pumping the likes in here. So actually, yeah, everyone hit that like button because we need the help now. Because whoever it was that used to bring the bots to the channel and was just hitting the likes and was helping us get our ratings up, that has now stopped. So yeah, hit the like button. That'll be very good. And what else do we have? I'm going to do remove background again because I've shown you the background enough. Maybe when it gets dark a little bit later on, we can do that. It's not smoggy. Yeah, Pedro, it's not smoggy here. It's just because it's so hot and it's like sea there, sand all there. A little bit of wind just kicks up dust. It often happens in the afternoon. You just get dust kicked up into the air from the desert. And then it clears in the evening. Mornings are always lovely and sunny. Afternoon starts to get a little bit dusty, and then the evening's like clear and it's a bit nicer. But anyway, remove background once again, and let's make myself smaller again, and we'll go back to the charts. Show us peaches, some greenery girls, etc., etc. Yeah, it's white because of the difference between inside and outside. It's just very, very bright. Gallus is here. Hello, and Kaylin's here from Borneo. Very nice. Catch up. When Taurus vlog. The thing with the vlog stuff is, it like I tried it. I did the little video with the room tour, the old room that I was in, initially, and then I tried to do like some little kind of videos on my phone, but it's just really awkward. So I'm going to be back here again in October, and at that point I think it'll be a bit more bloggy because it's too hot at the moment to really do like loads of interesting things. So I will, yeah, I'll be back here soon. So I'll do some more bloggy type stuff because I'll be here with other people then. So that'll be good. Pedro, no Luna talk. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's have a look at current price. So. Is there anything really to update on this? There's not too much. It's been kind of boring the last few days. We've been getting like 1 or 2 trades a day out of this, which is good. You can't complain. Like 1 or 2 trades a day is quite good. Sorry, I'm in dark mode. It's very, very bright behind me. I can maybe do this. Oh, that's opening the window more. If I close the curtains and then up the brightness, then I can go into normal. I'm just fiddling with the camera too much. Oh. No, it's just too bright in here. You can't really see me properly. So because it's super bright in here, I look super dark. Yeah. I've got 2 lights on me and they're not helping at all. So. Little things that we can look at right now. We are back inside previous day value area low. We're at the daily open. So we're basically just chopping around this daily open at the moment. We could be looking at that again for a little bit of confidence to give us a slight move up. However, I do think that 29,350 region is going to be quite significant because it is the range point of control. So from a TPO perspective, not really looking at things too much. You do have poor lows on the day, but then that's okay because you've got a nice little tail at the lows here. So not too fussed about that. It was a little, yeah, you just had some nice absorption there, plenty of time to get into long positions before we got to move up. And yeah, so TPO's nothing too exciting. Chopping around the daily open, so we are getting a little bit of a move up. Oh, the New York markets have just opened, so let's just see where we have opened on there, and we do have that hitting the gap. Okay, so this is what I was looking for the open. So at this point, I would be hoping to see a Bitcoin move up. I would be expecting a small rejection here at the very least off of the SPX. There is of course a lot more above us, so I do think if we're already up here, the chances are we're going to come and feel like this other gap above. Like this is just a very little one. It basically came through the whole thing yesterday, so we may as well at this point go up to around 4,123, 4,123. On the SPX, if we do take out these highs as well, so we do have these local highs here, which again price is at as we speak, so there is a little bit of resistance as we do come into the New York Open. If it can break through this, I do think we get a pretty decent move up, and that could help Bitcoin get up to its higher targets as well. On the futures, has that taken out local highs? Look at this as well, yeah? It's basically like the same thing as what Bitcoin's done recently. Came into the 382, came into that little order block, come up here, and you're about to take out the highs on this. And then overall, you do have this as like basically a little bit of a breakout. So we are looking for a bit more of a move up if we do just pull fibs just to check where we can come into. So yeah, I do think a little bit higher would be nice. And for 1, 2, 3 lands right here in this little little golden pocket region here. So that looks like a pretty good area to be paying attention to on the S&P 500. DXY continues to move down. So it did come into this weekly level and it's chopping around a bit. This was what we had expected. So I did say a while ago that that looked like a macro high. It looked like Bitcoin at last all-time highs, and we are getting a pretty decent pullback from this. I do think we could continue just to fall a little bit more, and if we do continue to fall a little bit more on the DXY, then that could be really nice for equities, for crypto, for tech stocks, and stuff as well. So DXY, yeah, continuing to fall, but it does look like it's losing a little bit of this downwards momentum, so we could get a slight bounce. Nothing too significant, but yeah, a pretty decent pullback on the SPX there. Nasdaq's going to be doing the same. Dow Jones doing the same. Nothing to say on that. And let's go back onto Bitcoin. Still just holding above here. So our current day. Okay, so this is our current daily profile. We're around that value area high around that daily open. So if we can start to get like maybe VWAP coming into support here, if we were to get a pullback, that could give a bit of a bounce. But at the moment, I wouldn't be looking for any kind of trade off of this. I would just be watching. Where's the... Here. I would just be watching and waiting to see if we can get a move up to take out the highs. To see if we can take out these highs over here before I would look for a short position, and I would potentially look for longs around that daily point of control, and VWAP that's just a little bit lower. Anything else on here? Again, slightly moving down. Let's just move this on to 10 tick just so we can see a bit more. So I guess I guess the SPX is just rejected off of that little gap fill then and has taken the highs. So that's why we're getting a pullback here. Nice little buy wall there on Binance. Yeah, we'll go on that. Nothing here. We want to go from where we had the little impulse. That's where you got some confluence. So if it does get a move back down into this region, you could look for a long from there, I think. If you have a look at some other stuff as well, what do people want me to have a look at? I need a lighting guy. The only reason it's so dark is because it's so light behind me. It's okay. Like, I'm doing this. Normally, I'm in a dark room, and that means that it's dark behind me, and that means that it's easier to do all this stuff. But look, if I do this again, I take off the background and I open the window. It's very bright. So, yeah. How many times do I have to say? It is just because I'm in a bright. Oh, now I need to close the window again. When ETH double digits? I don't know. Double digits? Never, right? Uh, Pedro thinks that. So we've got a few people talking about ETH. So we'll have a look at Ethereum in just a second. Now, Ethereum has done again exactly what we thought it would do. We were looking for it to break down against Bitcoin. We were thinking, okay, Bitcoin can have a little bit of a move up out of this range, and at that point, that's when Ethereum is going to pull back, and it would just remain relatively stable. 1780, 1790, I think was the level. Yeah, 1784 was the level that we were looking at as support anyway on here. So the fact that we are down here, this is where it was previously anyway. So we are at this level of support here on Ethereum, but on the like overall, we were looking for this move down to break down from the channel, and we've been talking about this like quite extensively, right? We've been saying like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just not really getting a reaction from that. So we were looking for a bit of a move up into that region here before pulling back. It never really got a move up. It just continued to bleed. And now it is in the area that I would be looking to buy. So if you are in Ethereum, I mean, it's in the downtrend. It's in a pretty bad downtrend. And so is the BTC pair, but this has hit target. So from short positions that I have been in Ethereum, or just like having not got any, because I just haven't seen it being interesting at all. I do now think that Ethereum is starting to look a little bit better. Now, it didn't come down and take out these lows, but I'm not too fussed about that. So we do have obviously local lows here, and we do have a weekly level that is even lower, which could take us back down to the lows of this range. And ultimately, you could be looking at a downtrend that takes us all the way back like to kind of 0.05, 0.04 Bitcoin, which is basically where your previous support, like previous resistance was. Yeah, so 0.04, 0.05. I do think in time that we could see a very big pullback on the ETH BTC pair. However, short term, this is an interesting level. It is a level that I would be looking for positions in, and the fact that we have got that move down now makes me a little bit more likely to start trading Ethereum again, which I haven't done for a very long time. So it's interesting again here, but I guess overall it kind of looks terrible. As a whole, it looks pretty terrible, and I guess that's about all I can say on the matter. If I do go over here and we go on to, what is it we want to look at? This, yeah? What it kind of looks like is that, I don't think, someone said double digit Ethereum, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see like single digit Ethereum at some point soon, because we've seen it before previously during the last bear market. It went from 1,500 all the way down to 81. So it did have a correction of like basically all of it. So it had a correction of like 94, 95%. Now from our highs here, if you want to go correction of 94, 95%, you're looking down actually at really nice support. So I do think this is probably not what you want to hear if you're holding Ethereum, but there's not really any support here. And if you're going to look on the macro, where you would be looking for positions, yeah, would be around here. It'd be that 360 to 240 region. So if we can get a move down, and this is like going to be a bit more of like a multi-year bear market, and you have the BTC pair, which doesn't look good, I do expect a little bit of a rally, but I am not holding Ethereum right now. I have no interest in holding it. Then if you look at the log chart and you're looking at this as like, okay, what's it done in the past? This is very, very reasonable targets, like $360 to $240 would kind of make sense. And even if Bitcoin holds around here, that could kind of make sense, right? So we'll see what it does. That is on the log chart. Like obviously we're not, you're gonna have to go down a long way, but yeah, I see no reason why it can't do that, because it's done it in the past. It's had those big corrections. Unlike Bitcoin, it has come down below its previous all-time highs, and it's gone back down to wave one support previously. So if you are looking at where you had that initial move up, this was at the start of the bull run. This is when you had the long accumulation. You had this region around $360 as that first little bit of support before you had a big like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up. You would be looking potentially to go down to that wave one support once again. So sorry, anyone holding Ethereum, but there's a very real possibility if this does extend over the next year or so that we could be seeing below $500 Ethereum. So yeah, that's why I've not been trading it. A little relief rally maybe soon, but it's just, nah. And that's when you get all the altcoins going to zero, which is what we're gonna see. Um, Other interesting stuff. I mean, everything else hasn't really been moving very much. You've got Bitcoin dominance. Everyone was convinced that Bitcoin dominance had topped out the other day. Nope. So Bitcoin dominance is continuing to increase. And I think maybe taking out these highs could be good. Again, I don't really do TA on this, but Bitcoin dominance is continuing to increase. And that is why still I'm not really looking at altcoins so much. What is Bitcoin doing now? Still in the same place. Every time I stream, every time I stream, it stops moving. Still looking for higher. But yeah, I'm going to get back on to have a look at the chat. I'm not saying single digits, guys. Ethereum won't go to single digits, but it will probably go to triple digits. Below 1,000. Testy. 500 USD per ETH is still too expensive for me to buy since it's a poop coin. Yeah. I guess it depends what the whole ecosystem does and things. If ETH.2, ETH 2.0 ever happens, who knows? Ollie, front running the golden pocket and POC looks credible now. A lot of longs trapped if we move down. Let's just have a look. I wasn't really spotting that earlier. Let's see. Did we have some... this looks like you'd want to... This pretty much looks like what you'd expect. You've not really got any divergences playing out here or anything. Longs aren't really getting too greedy. I've got an itchy nose. It's very strange. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything too significant here, to be honest. On this, I think, yeah, I still think we can move higher. I still have my targets just up here. A little SFP of these highs would be good. Come into 29350, reject, move down. But we are basically just following what SPX is doing at this stage. And look, it is through. So it is through that gap. And it is through the highs after getting... Did it get a slight rejection off of it? Not really. So it is through there. So I still do think a move up to 4123 is quite possible. Auth crypto, you have a bearish bias. Do you have reasons for that? Are you talking to me or are you talking to to people in the chat that look kind of bearish as well? If you're talking to me, I've got a bearish bias on Ethereum because it just doesn't look very good. Like macro, it doesn't look very good macro. Bitcoin, I think, is okay. I think we can continue to range for a little bit longer. Of course, there's a possibility that we can go fairly significantly lower. But compared to a lot of the altcoins, I think Bitcoin is coming close to lows. Now that could be you could go through like 12 months of accumulation again from that, where altcoins just continue to bleed out. And that's why I'm a lot more bearish on the alts, things like Ethereum, than I am on Bitcoin. Everyone still seems very bullish on Ethereum. Everyone's like, oh, Ethereum's pulling back again. And they're saying, oh, look, why are you selling your Ethereum now? Because you got all this stuff that's happening. I mean, they're doing their whole whatever they're doing in the next month or so. But yeah, maybe. I do think it gets a little bit of a bounce at some point. But I'm a bit more bearish on ETH over the next kind of quarter or so, at least. I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm I'm neutral on everything anyway. I literally just trade the charts. And if the charts are telling me that short positions are better, then I'll be a bear. And right now, for a while, short positions have been better. Short positions have been paying really well. So yeah, it's not being bullish or bearish. It's just trading the probabilities. And at the moment, the probability for most stuff is that it's going to continue to go lower down, like much lower down in the cases of a lot of the altcoins. Johnny M. Cool, just got here. Why looking for higher? Just your normal bull bias. I'm not really. No, that's the thing. I'm looking for like here. This isn't higher. This is like literally just above the highs. That's where I want, and that's where I'd be tempted to take short positions from. I do quite like the absorption that we had down at the lows earlier, and that's getting a bit of fuel. And because we did have the SFP of the lows of the range, that does give us a chance of getting back up to range highs, at least up to towards the value area high and stuff. I'm not looking for a breakout to the upside. Not yet, certainly not. But I do think that this has been very similar to what we saw last summer, right? You've got a pretty decent move down. It's just losing momentum to the downside. And I do think yesterday's move could have acted like a spring to take prices higher. So although like macro, I'm still thinking lower prices are fairly likely. I have seen no reason to think a relief rally is not on the cards here. So I'm at the very least looking up towards 29,350. That again is somewhere where I'd look to potentially take short positions depending on what the SPX does. We could also be looking up towards like coming up into this region, but ultimately, yeah, I do think a rotation up towards these highs of the range could be there, and that's why I'm not really going to be closing the long position from down here. Like if you come down and take out this low now, we're looking at like that 23K region again. I think this has become very important support at this point now that you've had a pretty decent spring off of the lows. So he's alts going lower. They're at zero already. I mean, alts are down like what? A lot of the altcoins down 70, 80%. So there's no reason why they can't go down another 70 or 80%. Ethereum's not down far enough. Like seriously, yeah, altcoins are going to go lower. You'll have relief rallies, and we'll probably get relief rallies fairly soon, but none of this really looks like it's low enough for the end of like a bear market cycle. You want to see everything going into like 95% down. Everything's in those 80s. Link actually looks quite interesting here. But it's opportunity. That's the thing, it's just opportunity. Lower prices, good opportunity, and then you just focus on the stuff that looks like it's going to actually survive. Let's put a lower alert on here. If we take out these highs, come into the POC, let's place a lower alert off of this. Let's go back and have a look at SPX. Continuing to climb up, so it is continuing to do exactly what we thought it would do. Okay. Pedro, what about long-term solid players like Arweave, Link, and maybe Zill? No. And Qtum, no. Come on, man. Like, this stuff's been around. Link, yeah, Link was basically, it had its time during the last bear market, didn't it? It had a pretty good run, and obviously prices got nicely inflated due to the bull market that we went on afterwards. But man, this stuff's been around since 2017. It's not coming back. We have just taken out the highs. Okay, so we are getting to that point where we could be looking for short positions now. This honestly, this stuff is Qtum. What is that even? What's that going to do? It never had a run during this cycle. Just focus on the new stuff. At some point, and this is a big mistake that a lot of people are going to make. You're going to be caught holding bags that are from either 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or they're from 2017 bull market ICO boom thing. And if they haven't gone to zero already, they're going to go to zero very soon. Like things like, this is why you had the best opportunity ever. Like last year, the best opportunity ever. Think about how high things like Cardano went. Think about how high like DOT went, Solana went, Luna went before we shorted it to zero. You had so many opportunities to get out of altcoins at really good profit before things happened. And we obviously we weren't looking for, because I don't think any one of us could have guessed like that Bitcoin was just going to break its all-time high and then just die, which is what it did do. So Bitcoin was a little bit different, but the fact that altcoins were so clearly topping out, and it was just very, very good. Like the whole of last year was just like, okay, these are altcoins that maybe from 2017 been holding for a while, been accumulating, and then they had their run, and then that's your opportunity to get out. That is your, like, just get the hell out of them, because when things run like they did and they're going up like 100x, which a lot of stuff did, we're coming into this POC pretty soon, then you just got to sell. You just got to sell it. And the thing is now that a lot of these are going to go, they're not going to survive another bear market. They've survived once and they had a little bit of a move up, but they're probably not going to survive another one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like there are ones that will be strong. But at the moment, it's kind of hard to think which ones they will be. I think you've got to look towards the stuff that's doing something a bit different. The ones that you mentioned, like, I don't know what a lot of these projects are doing, but Qtum, for example, it was around in 2017 and it didn't do anything in the last cycle. So why would it do anything when it missed an entire cycle and is down so bad? Like, yes, you'll get relief rallies, but I mean that that does not look good. And if you then have a look at that on the BTC pair, right? And what you want to see is outperformance on the BTC pair. It's not coming back. It's not coming back. So, hey, okay, we've hit the PAC. So let's get back onto this. Enough of the altcoins. This is why I don't trade altcoins right now. So I am not trading altcoins right now. This is a potential short opportunity. So we have just hit the range point of control. So looking for shorts within this region. And definitely taking profit. Where's my phone? I do not have my exchange open on my computer. I need to take profit. Hold on. I need to take profit. Ah! Got it. I found it. I found my phone. Um, okay, cool. Done. Done. I assume that's also SPX gap fill. If it is SPX gap fill, I would be. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. I think short positions are starting to look quite nice. Quite nice indeed. We are there. This is what we wanted, and this is what we've got. Very nice. Again, I might take a short. Where's this? Oh, okay, cool. If we can just hang out up here for a little bit. I have taken profit on my long, but I think the what I'm seeing from equities as well, this looks like a good short. Jeez. See, Ollie, it didn't front run. Higher still. I still think we can get a little bit higher on this. I know we've come into a nice region. I have taken profit on this. I still do think we can get a bit of excess and we can just liquidate some short positions. Just squeeze a tiny bit higher before we do get a bigger pullback on here. We did get some liquidations off of that, but we're getting a lot of longs opening. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to take a little bit longer. Kalen says 30,800 is programmed. I wouldn't disagree with that. I do think that we do see a rotation back up towards the highs. I'm just looking for a day trade short at the moment. 30,800. So just, yeah, okay, taking out local, taking out the top of our recent range. Is that what we're going to get? Let's have a look. 30,800 is just up here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would make sense. Look, what we've done. So what we've done here is, I mean, you had this low here that didn't really come down and affect any of this. If we were to get a move to the upside, let's just take out these highs here and fail there. And then you could basically look at that range continuing. And then if we are going to go down towards that 22, 23K region, and then I think it's somewhere up here that we'd see a big rejection in order to get short positions. For now, like scalp short, and maybe it just stays accumulating down here for a while before we get, again, a slightly bigger move. But yeah, we're at a really significant level now. So we are at a very significant level. What's going on in the world behind me? Where's my... What's outside? You can see. Woo, down. What's down there? What's going on? What's going on? Look, you can see the two little lights. I've got my like normal light that I normally have on me, plus a little lamp here, and you can see the reflections in there. Just to try and brighten up my own little face. Remove. There you go. Back to normal. Okay, still pulling back a little bit. Hmm. 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 4, 1, 2, 3, please. Keep the background on while being small. I can do, but that like, there you go. Yeah, I could keep it on there. I'll keep the background on. Then people can just have a look at the background. Val and Kobe, Luke, what's the name of that EXO template so I can find on Box that you look at on the 1 minute? So this is a little bit of an adapted trend rev. I just play around with this one. This chart, depending on what we're looking at, it's the trend rev chart. That's all it is, and all I've done is just taken off some stuff. So you can customize this how you want. It's just a standard footprint. So the trend rev chart does give you this is like a view. I think what it has is a embed candle like this, and I think it looks something like this, right? So all you need to do is just turn off this and play around with things as you normally would with any chart. But yeah, that's what I'm using here. That's just my standard kind of order flow looking thing. So I do have in the box. It is just a one that you can just basically play around with stuff. Kaylin, we have a butterfly harmonic in play. Wave D takes us to range highs. Probably after this, we get our drop to 23k. Yeah. Exito thinks 19,200. Maybe. After a move up. Chris, please talk us through what you are looking at in the order flow. Thanks. Not a lot right now, not a huge amount. We were expecting that high to get taken. We did have that drop off in open interest from it. I still think highs could be taken. We'll see what the SPX does. It's not very significant here. We did have quite a lot of longs opening up into that resistance, and we're still getting a lot of longs here. So it is a decent level to be looking for a short. This is, of course, why I did take big profit on that long position from down here. So fair enough. You've also got divergence on the highs. So yeah, we could be looking at this as being a high. It did hit that range POC. If I'd have been paying a little bit more attention, I probably would have taken a short from it. But that's the level we've hit. It's not too much this is telling us from an order flow perspective, because it is very low volume again today. So we're not really looking at any significant volume on here at all. So you're not going to get the most accurate results, because obviously less volume, smaller sample size. You're not going to get the same like mass market behavior as you would do in more volatile, higher volume conditions. So order flow you look at from time to time. It's interesting if you do get like an impulsive move and you get a bit of excess of the highs and things, but this is just meandering about. It's not really doing anything special today. So yeah, not particularly not paying much attention to it. However, I do still think the highs could get taken here. I don't think we're looking at this as being a major high. It's natural that you'll get a pullback like this off of such a significant level, but I think we could chop around here for a little bit longer. Even as a scalp, it's kind of tricky here because you're not really getting that 0.5 out of it. Maybe we do, maybe that is the top, but you've got support lower down anyway, so yeah. Pedro, can you spare 1 billion Luna? Sure, I probably can, because it's 0 now, right? So what's 1 billion times 0? I'm sure I could buy 1 billion Luna. Old Luna. I don't know. Anyone want 1 billion Luna? Ooh, right, I think I'm going to wrap things up in a second. So thank you again, everybody, for watching. You can have a look at the view behind me again. So, actually, no, before I do that, check out tauruscrypto.com if you are new If you are new to the channel, please do go and check out toroscrypto.com, and you can see everything on our website here. You can join our free Discord community, so you can click connect here. We do have a free Discord community on there. We also have the Toros crew, which is where myself, the coaches, and everyone are a lot more active. So the free Discord community is like a nice little place you can kind of ask other public members stuff, and there's little ideas that get posted. But the crew is where all the action happens. And if you would like to learn more about the crew, then this is where we do basically trading rooms multiple times per week. So we do the London Open, New York Open, Asia Open, with myself, with Luxury, with Randall started doing some now with French Bull. So we do the trading rooms with all of our coaches. And myself, obviously. We have thousands of hours worth of educational content on there covering just about anything. And we've got a lot more stuff that's coming out soon. Again, because I've been away for this whole month, that's taken a little bit of a step back, and we've been focusing on kind of the live trading side of things. But more educational content coming soon once I get back to like proper screen and can do new layouts and everything like that. Playbook strategies, private tuition opportunities, all of these kind of things. And then you can have a look at our testimonials at the bottom, so people that have said very nice things about us, if you would like to learn more about that. So please do go check out the website. You can also follow us on Twitter, which is over here. It's Taurus Crypto on Twitter. I've still got that pinned up there. Sorry, Luna traders. But yeah, do go check us out on Twitter. And that's about everything on that. Yeah, nothing else to say on the charts. We're coming back into this daily open region. This is what we said would happen in the New York Open. We said it was going to hit 29,350. What did it hit? 29,350. We said that SPX was going to fill the gap. What did it do? Fill the gap. So once again, this is what we do every single day. And I'm not even trading like as much as I normally would at the moment. So 4123 was the target for the SPX. We might still get it. But we're 3 points off on there. We can see if that happens. And Bitcoin has hit target as well. So because we've hit target on things and it's done what I said it would, I'm going to wrap it up before I make a mistake. Everyone have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is there. I am going to go... I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I did have some plans, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably take a wander outside, go get some food because I'm very hungry, have another beer, and yeah, I'll see everyone soon. So have a look at the view again. Let's get it done. See the sunset a little bit in the distance. And now you can see that side. There's it's mirrored stuff. Anyway, there you go. There's the view in the background. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Cheers. Bye.